Money. Some of us carry cash, others electronic payments. But how many of us use that money to tip our waitresses and our cab drivers and our gas attendants and our hairstylists? How much of that money do you tip? Most people know the common people to tip, like I just mentioned, your waitresses, your gas attendants, and your hairstylists. But what about food counters? When you go pick up your coffee at 6 a.m. and then go back again at 10 a.m. for your second cup or your third? What about your smoothie makers? What about when you're picking up your food because you decided to order takeout instead of dine in? Or that gas attendant that you just thought, oh, hey, someone's doing it for me. Most people don't realize that tips aren't just extra money for those people. Some people use that for food or for their own gas or for savings. Personally, working in one of the food industries, I know how hard it is when I come home with $2 in tips. Most people don't realize that if 4 people are working and you drop $1 into the tip jar, that's split between everybody. That's 25 cents a person. So even if you just throw in your change after you get it back, 86 cents really makes a difference at the end of the day when we're counting out $10 in change. Most places like food counters that have tip jars don't require you to tip because you're not ordering so much, but some people do order takeout or carry out, and they order large amounts of coffee and smoothies for the office, and they don't realize that we had to take the time to make that stuff for you guys, to convenience you so that you didn't have to do it yourself. And that right there, you should feel honored that someone would do that for you, not only because they're getting paid to, but someone could give you a really bad cup of coffee just because they had to, but they don't. They take the time, make sure it's right, make sure you get exactly what you want. And that's great. I mean, you should feel like, wow, this person took the time, so I'll give them $1. And even just $1 makes a difference. On average, about 120 people come into my workplace. If everybody tipped $1, that's $120. And if there's 5 different people working there, that's split between everybody. It's not just me, it's not just 2 people. Like, we're real people too. We use that money for our savings, for our food. So if I go home with $2, I'm not gonna get food that day. I think being a cheerful giver doesn't only have to do with church. I think it is nice when you have that extra money and you say, okay, I'll put it in the tip jar. Or if you get a free drink, or like I said, multiple drinks. Like, that takes the time and inconveniences other people when you have to make more than one, or when you're not making money off of something. It's nice to know that, hey, I could have spent $5, but I didn't, so I'll put $2 in the tip jar. Or put that whole $5 that you would have spent, instead of tipping $2 and spending $7. It's all about giving and being generous, because it's not only giving it to the company, you're giving it to these people that do this for a living. Most people pick jobs that you get tips from because they need that extra money. And it's not always extra money. You could be giving that person the rest of their paycheck. While you're getting this full paycheck, we might be getting a portion of it, and then the rest of it comes from our tips. So I think it's just important to remember what people are doing for you and what you could really do for them. So next time you go get your coffee at 6 and then again at 10, make sure you drop in a couple dollars.